Welcome back to the Conversations Colons podcast. I'm your host, Damien, and my co-host, Jared. Jared, say hello.
Como Ola.
Yeah. Um, so pretty interesting week this week. We have some big things to talk about. But first, we would like to talk about Red Dead. And Jared, I would like for you to express your feelings about the recent failures of Rockstar with their game in the case of
Uh,
your situation.
I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a pretty solid game.
Yeah, but talk about what's happening with you in that game.
Um, I've been playing it a lot.
Talk about the Sean mission.
Why?
Express the feelings you were having with the Sean mission. Let people know what you're having. Maybe somebody will listen to this and they'll go, "Hey, I know how to fix that." You never know. I know it's a
Okay.
hard topic.
So, as a lot of you guys know, if you've listened to any of our previous episodes, uh, I was pretty excited for Red Dead to come out. I'm pretty sure there was a point where one of our podcasts, and it was either last episode or this episode before that, where we literally said that we were considering not even recording the podcast just so we could play Red Dead. Um, and we're pretty much going to do that. And I mean, you heard the excitement in our voices if you listen to those episodes. I uh, I've been playing the story a
Mm-hmm.
lot. I've got, I think, almost 3 days worth of hours put in that game so far. I think maybe it's two. No, it's two. It's like 48 hours. I was thinking about that wrong. Um, Damien, I don't know how much he's put in, but I'm gonna go with it's probably less than me because I've been staying up and not talking to anybody and just playing it.
That hurts.
Uh, I'm sorry, and it's been great. However, some not great stuff happened with the game in terms of just a really weird bug, or I guess less of a bug and more of a just broken game that should not have been released to PC until it was fucking ready. Um, there's a mission, and if any of you have played Red Dead before, you know the mission. It's, I don't remember the name of it, but it's the mission where Trelawney, he's like, "Hey guys, I know where Sean is," and everyone's like, "Oh, bro, save Sean. He's pretty cool guy. It's pretty cool, bro." So you go up into the Blackwater area, or up down into. You meet up with Javier and Charles, who are spying on the Blackwater, and Trelawney is like, "Hey guys, I know, I think I know where they're going with Sean. They got to go follow this boat." And you guys, you follow the boat, you ride. It's a real long ride, watching a boat that you can't ride any faster. It's just a very slow pace. And then when you reach your destination, the boat pulls up on the shoreline of the little river there, and you're supposed to take your binoculars out and see what they're doing. Even though you can clearly see what's happening without the binoculars, you have to zoom in on it for the pleasure of the game. And once you zoom in, you're supposed to watch them throw Sean off the boat, and then you do stuff and kill people and you save Sean, whoop de doo, end of the day. However, for me, no matter what I do, whether it is completely uninstall the game off my computer in every single way possible and then reinstall it, if it is just scrap the save that I've put almost 2 days worth of hours into and just start a random new one, which I did, or if it's just trying stupid little things like switching my controls on my controller so I'm pressing different buttons, or if I'm literally just switching straight to mouse and keyboard and had to teach myself that in 5 minutes flat to try to learn how to do it for the mission. No matter what I do, every time I take out my little binoculars and I zoom in on Sean Boy with his head covered up and some fucking piece of shit gang member with a gun to him, uh, nothing happens. And I actually took a video of it and sent it to Rockstar because they demanded, "Oh, we need to see what's going on in order for this to be legit." Uh, and it's like, I don't know, 30-second video, and it just loops. Sean just sits there cowering, just like swaying back and forth, and so does the guy. And then the person who's driving the boat, he just kind of stands there. And then the two guys who are supposed to walk up to the boat and take Sean away, they just stand there with their thumbs up their ass. And it has been that every single time I've tried this mission. And I would like to say that I have tried this mission so many times that I have, excuse me.
Memorized.
Well, I have memorized the lines. I don't think I could say them right now, but if you put me in the mission, before they're about to say the line, I could say it. Like I'm just like it's like a visual thing. But I, I've lost count of how many times I've tried the mission. Um, I know that I was counting up until 16. I think I was like, oh, it's like my 16th try, and then I just lost count from that. Um, like it's a sad amount of time. If I had to guess, I'd oddball between 30 and 40 times I've tried the mission. And like it's not like, oh, you're just bad at the game. No, it's I stand there, nothing happens, and I just stand there for like 10 minutes waiting for something to maybe happen. You know, I idle. I'm like, oh, maybe if I just look in and hold it. No, nothing. So I end up just shooting someone or turning the game off and then rage quitting and just fucking going and punching walls or something because it's been fucking infuriating. But yeah,
Y-
nothing happens.
Yeah, as you can
And
see, Jeer's having quite the pleasant time with Red Dead on PC.
yeah. And
Uh,
like I've sat and done a whatever the stupid Rockstar support ticket is where you just go, "Hey, here's my problem, help me." And then they email you about it. And I know that I had given Rockstar support credit last episode about the whole GTA thing. Well, I take it all back. Rockstar support is garbage. It is
Factual.
without a doubt, the worst support system I've ever seen. Let me just here really quick. I have my phone in front of me. I'm gonna pull up the email chain that I have with them, and tell you how many times it's gone back and forth and for how long. So 13 times. We've gone back and forth 13 times on this Rockstar support thing, starting on the 7th. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the second one I did. I did one where it was like, hey, this is going on with my story mode. I don't know what to do. And then I sent a second one in starting on the 7th. And then today is the 14th. Okay. 7 days. It's
Mm-hmm.
been going. I'm sorry. The last time they messaged me was the 13th. So technically 6 days, whatever. Um, so 13 times. Them and then me, then them, then me, then me, whatever. There are three separate emails that they sent me. And this is how I figured out it's a fucking bot and not a real person. And one of them, I think it's the third one they send me, they go, hey, can you send us a video of the issue so we can figure this out for you? And I said, yeah, that's when I sent the video. They give me a bunch of different long ass things after that. Two or three of them, it's like, hey, what's going on? Then there's another one, it's like, oh, well, we're sorry to hear this issue is still happening. Can you send us a video? And I literally just said to them in an email, not professional because I was pissed off. I've already sent a video and it's attached to this email chain. Like resort back to the initial email and then you can see it. And then earlier today, I was sitting at work. No, like there was no people in my building. No, we were nothing going on. It was just me and one other coworker. We're doing nothing with our thumbs up our ass. And I'm like, oh, I got an email. Let me check this out. And it's like, oh, would you please kindly send us a video of the issue since it's still going on? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm sitting there cussing, and my coworker looks at me like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "No, I'm not fucking all right. I'm fucking done with this." I was so mad, unbelievably angry, and I just put, "There is already a video attached to this email chain." Period. And then I was gonna put other mean stuff, but I didn't. But each of the fucking emails they've sent me was something stupid, like, "Oh, we'll go in your files and do this." So I'd go in my files and do this. And there was one of them just like, "Run the game as an admin," and then I'd run the game as an admin. It's like you have to run it through the Rockstar launcher. So I would open the launcher, run it as admin, it'd load up, and then it would just sit there at the title screen. It would take forever to load. It felt longer, honestly, and then nothing would happen. Like it would never, it didn't change anything.
Mm-hmm.
Damien, being a good friend that he is, went on Reddit and tried to find a bunch of things. And that's why I tried a bunch of control different changes, tried playing on keyboard. Nothing's working. Nothing. And like there's not been any other problems with the binoculars for me in the game because I thought it was the binoculars, not the mission. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a bug with the AI. I don't know if it's a bug with that mission. I don't know if it's my personal computer like storage messing up like the coding with the inventory and like the binoculars specifically, but I thought maybe it was the slot that the binoculars sit in because the mission, there's a side mission where you guys go through, kill a bunch of the old timey gunslingers, and one of them's Black Bell. And anyone who remembers the gunslingers side mission, you kill all of them but Black Bell. Well, she allows you to take a picture of her while she's alive. Now, I got the other three, Billy Midnight, Flacco, and whatever the pig shit guy is,
Mm-hmm.
they all get killed. So they land on the ground, you take a picture, done. She's the only one who doesn't die. She stands there, poses. I take the picture, nothing happens. And she's like, can you hurry it up? I take a picture, nothing happens. I take a picture, nothing happens. So there's another part of the game that's glitched out, and I cannot get out of that mission unless I exit the game and lose the save completely. Um, so I was like, oh, maybe it's the binocular camera inventory slot because they're in the same thing. You just rotate them out. So I sent a separate thing to Rockstar saying that I think there's a bug. And this was, I think, the ninth, maybe the ninth or 10th. 3.5, 4 days later, nothing back for that email at
Yeah.
all. I've heard nothing. 2 days ago, I sent a whole completely separate email demanding a refund, saying that I don't give a shit if I lose all my progress, if they take everything away from me. I don't want the game through the Rockstar launcher. I'd rather wait till Discord,
Till Steam.
Steam launch it. Yeah, until they launch the game on Steam. That one, 2 days old, nothing. However, the one that I initially sent talking about this bug, they have gotten back to me at least 24 hours after the last emails sent in that chain. So they're completely ignoring my other ones so far. At least the refund one, which I'm not surprised about. And I have also gone on Twitter and I've tweeted at both the Rockstar Games account and the Rockstar support one, and I've DM'd them on Twitter both, trying to figure out if there's anything they can do for me. Excuse me, I'm talking a lot, so I'm
Yeah.
burping.
So
But
moral
yeah,
of the
there's like there's
story.
there's nothing I'm getting from any of
Yeah.
them. It feels like they're completely ignoring me, except for the one thing where it's just a bot repeating itself.
Yeah.
Moral of the story, as Damien's going to say, it is the most. I hate to use the word heartbreaking, but it is like the most heartbreaking thing I've like experienced in the past couple years, in terms of like my hobby and like what I like to do. There's been like disappointments with games and stuff, but nothing like this. This has been just devastating. I was so excited. I was so hyped. Damien and I both intentionally steered away from Red Dead on our Xbox, which I have a ton of progress on the Xbox, like online character. I've got 2 full playthroughs. I stayed away from it completely for the PC release just for this to happen, and it's been like infuriating. Like I can feel
Mhm.
myself being more stressed because of it. Like I'm pissed off. I just want to play the story all the way through, and then Damien and I have some cool ideas for a possible YouTube series slash just a side little fun thing to do in the online. And now I just don't know what to do. Like I've been playing the online because I want to play Red Dead, but like I want to get something done. It's been fucking hell. And like even Damien, I'll get on and be like, so it's still not working. I tried it, and he'll be like, instead of like, oh sucks, bro. He'll like, I can tell his actual sympathetic voice, and he goes, oh man, that sucks. And I'm like, yeah. And I just keep saying, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna do it. This is awful.
You
I'm not
think
actually going to, but it's awful. It's been terrible.
you think Rockstar, after you sending them all those things, like they have to have a mechanic in their system to where they can go, okay, we're just gonna progress that mission for him. Like they have to have something like
There
that.
is no way
Like
there isn't. That was something I was gonna send them. Like, hey, like I know you guys have like pure control over all these servers. Can't you just go into my account, put a little fucking coding in there, and then boom, my account magically says I completed that mission? Give me a fucking bronze medal for it. I don't care. Give me no medal. Just let me pass this mission so I can progress with the rest of the story.
I
I
wonder if
didn't though because I don't know if it's true, and I don't want to sound like an
I
idiot.
wonder if it can come down to you could technically sue them for your money back because they have given a broken game you can't progress to get full content.
It's
Um,
possible.
I wonder if that's something that I mean. Obviously, I don't think you would do that, but it's just the case of
Mm.
like, hey,
Hmm.
like I paid $60 for this game and it's not fucking working. Give me my money
I paid
back.
for the $80
So,
version.
yeah, oh god, well, you get the $80 version for free.
Oh, well, then I paid for the $100 version.
Yeah, so I paid $100 for this game and it's not working. So give me my money back so I can get it on Steam and hopefully it works then.
Yeah.
Because Steam, man, you can get a refund in an hour.
Oh,
I've
I
done
know.
3 refunds on Steam so far, and I get it in like an hour.
Yeah. See, the only thing I will say is if they don't ever get back to me with that refund email, maybe I'll send a few more out there like, listen, this is happening. Like, you're not helping me. I want something to be done. If it comes down to it, I might go through my files on my computer and delete absolutely everything Rockstar related. Because like when I went through and uninstalled it, like I just kind of went, oh, here's Red Dead 2, just delete. But I didn't go through and wipe all of it. I might clear my computer completely of all Rockstar related stuff, Rockstar Launcher, Red Dead, GTA, all of it, and then reinstall it and see if maybe that works. Kind of like hard reset, except
Yeah.
not. and if I do all of that and sit, another 8 hours and watch this game install and it still doesn't work, that's when I'm gonna be like, all right, this is pretty much close to me wanting to sue. I'm not saying I'm going to, but like that'll be like my mindset.
Yep. So to move on, the next big thing for this week is Disney Plus launched.
Yay.
Um, it launched Tuesday morning or Monday night. And just real quick, we're going to give our thoughts over it. And I posted a video up on my YouTube channel, let's say Wednesday. So literally today that we're recording this. So go to my YouTube channel, it'll be linked down below. Or if you're watching on my YouTube channel, just click the fucking channel link and it's there. I did a video on is Disney Plus worth it or not. And I think it comes down to this really. If you're wanting to buy Disney Plus just for The Mandalorian, I don't think it's worth the $7 yet because you're not getting the full series. In the $7 you're paying for the month, you're only getting 4 episodes because every episode comes out on I think a Friday. So we get 2 episodes this week because it's launch week, and then we get it once a week after that. If you're just wanting The Mandalorian, I don't think it's worth the $7 as of right meow. But when the full series is out, and if you look at the reviews and you think it's worth the $7, then I would say buy it. Personally, I'm fine with spending the $7 on it because I'm gonna watch all the movies and shit that's on there already, and just I've already been going back and we all have those Disney Channel movies that we saw at like 4 o'clock in the morning that are super weird but you love for whatever reason. I've gone back and started watching those. They have my favorite cartoon series of all time, and it's Spider-Man the Animated Series from Fox when I was younger. They have that whole series on there, and that's fucking
Yep.
dope. I'm already like 25 episodes in, Jared. Last
Nice.
night I sat there and watched 10 episodes in
Oh,
bed.
that's another. I forgot to tell you, I can't watch Rick and Morty on Hulu because I'm not paying for the version that gives it to me right when it comes out.
Yeah, so Adult Swim, you can watch Rick and Morty for free.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I watched it on that night I watched it. Just go to
Oh,
Adult Swim, it's right there.
I thought you were saying it was on. Yeah, I thought you were saying it was on Hulu.
It will be, but not as of right now.
Yeah,
Obviously, they have that package where you get Hulu and ESPN. That's really up to you. I
I have that
personally
one.
don't use Hulu that much, but I can see its benefits. And ESPN Plus, I mean, ESPN's dead. Let's be real here, so nobody cares
Oh,
about that.
fact.
So far, I think if you like Disney movies, if you like Pixar movies, if you like MCU stuff, because you got to remember the TV shows that come out for this will impact the movie storylines as well. So you have to watch the TV shows. At those points, I think it's worth the $7 if you're interested in one specific thing. But so far, I'm fine with spending the $7 a month. What about you, Jared?
Yeah, no, I'm paying for the little bit higher price bundle just so I get the Hulu and the ESPN Plus. The main reason I did is because Hulu, it's going to be a little bit cheaper instead of paying for both the Disney Plus and the Hulu separately. So that was one big thing. But also, I know like my dad, he watches sports shit all the time, so having that ESPN Plus, I know he'll like. Uh, it's not bad. I I don't know. I'm still not really sure how I feel about it. Like I'm gonna pay for it for a few months, and if I continue to really like it, then that's good. But I'm worried that after a while, I'm just not gonna see the point in it. But I
Yeah.
also think having 7 accounts so I can share with my family and my friends, like that's gonna be cool. So
Yes,
I'd
yeah.
say yeah, it's worth it for now, but I feel like we have to give it some time to see if it's gonna last.
After The Mandalorian, I think there's a little bit of a gap between shows.
Hmm.
I think the next show launches next year in spring. So there's going to be
Hmm.
a few months of just nothing. And I think that's going to be the time where a lot of people unsubscribe. It's going to
Yeah.
be like Netflix, man. They're just going to. Streaming services are so weird because people will pay for something, and when they get that something, they unsubscribe. That's why I kind of think it's a. I mean, it's smart by Disney to do this because they're going to make a lot of money up front, but you are going to be losing a lot of those subscribers for 4 to 5 months until that new content comes out.
Yeah.
Also, if they're just Star Wars fans, they're not going to watch the MCU TV shows. So those Star Wars fans who already have all the movies on Blu-ray and who already own it everywhere else, they're gonna wait 2 to 3 years for the next series, which is the Obi-Wan series. So why would they keep your subscription service? Um,
Exactly.
so we'll see. I am enjoying the service though; it's not bad. Um, do I think it's better than Netflix? No, because Netflix gives you a variety of things. And Netflix also has the Witcher TV show that comes out next month that just got renewed for
Yep.
a season 2. And I am ready for that show. Um,
Yeah.
Also,
I am as well.
Netflix had, I think, the best TV season of this year with Stranger Things season 3. That is such a good season. And it's only on Netflix. Like they nailed it with that. They also had the Punisher and stuff like that, which was good. So just as of right now, Netflix has a bigger catalog, and I just think more variety in things. Obviously, Disney's very kid friendly based, but so transitioning to something that's on Disney Plus, I posted a review for Mandalorian episode 1 when it came out. I'll be doing it for every single episode the day after. So episode 2 comes out this Friday. I will have a review up this Saturday. So Jared, what are your thoughts on episode 1 of The Mandalorian?
um, I have to admit, after you and I had talked, I was like, all right, I could kind of see some flaws with this show, but talking to some other people, I would like to say that I think The Mandalorian was done perfectly.
Uh huh.
I don't think there were I don't think there were any intentional flaws. Or I'm sorry, I don't think there were any accidental flaws, is what I should say.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was anything that they did that they were like, oh shit, we didn't mean to do that. I feel like everything that was done for a reason. And that includes some of the CGI that was considered not so great. Um all in all, it was much better than I was expecting, I guess is a good way to
Okay.
put it. I was expecting it to kind of flop. Uh not that not that I think that the people who were doing it were gonna fuck it up, but just I felt like because I didn't trust Disney, I thought Disney was gonna fuck it up. But I was pleasantly surprised with what they did.
I knew it'd be all right because one, John Favreau is writing it, and Dave Filoni, who does the Clone Wars TV show, he's the one directing it. I knew it
Hmm.
was gonna be all right. Obviously, if you go watch my YouTube video of me reviewing it, I think I gave it a 6 out of 10 for the first episode. So it's kind of average to me personally. I will
Yeah, that.
say, I was reading an article today. That scene, spoilers are coming, so skip 30 seconds ahead right now. When he goes down into that bounty hunter thing, in the background, if you brighten it up, you can clearly see Boba Fett. You see the green, you see the red. Obviously, it's not confirmed he's still alive because this takes place 5 years after episode 6.
Mhm.
Um, but it's Boba Fett. So Boba Fett is now alive, and that is canon. So that's nice. But yeah,
We don't know that for sure though. No one's
but yeah,
confirmed it.
until they say it's Boba Fett, we don't know. But it was Boba Fett. Like it was Boba Fett. Um, but yeah, I think what some of the main problems are with the show is it felt a little bit rushed. I feel like the show should get more episodes than what it has. And Jared just brought it up. The CGI thing kind of bothered me, but I think the problem is this is supposed to be Disney's competing show with Netflix. This is their launch show, so this is the one they have the most faith in.
Hmm.
And I don't think episode 1 was better than 95% of Stranger Things. I don't think it was better than all of the Punisher. Um, so I don't know. We'll have to see. But so far, I do like the show. I'm excited to watch episode 2 this Friday because the ending is a good twist, and I'm ready to see where that goes. Now, I will say if the story's as predictable as I'm thinking it is, he's a bounty hunter, and now he's going to run away from the bounty because he's trying to protect a little thing. That's going to kind of suck. But we'll just have to see. The action was good. I will say that. That was really good. And I do like Mandalorian. Like, he is cool. And obviously Jared's more into the lore than I am, but it's just a cool section of the Star Wars lore, and I do want more. But I want to transition to just another small topic real quick before we get
I
into
would
the.
like to stop you before you do that.
Okay.
I would just like to say there's a lot of things that I give you a hard time for, and there's a lot of things that I'm like, oh, you're fucking wrong, dumbass. And most of the time I'm kidding. And like there's stuff that we have small differences about, and
Yeah.
that's whatever. Um, when I say that you're wrong about giving that show a 6 out of 10, you're fucking wrong.
Okay, that's your opinion.
There's no way in any universe that show would have gotten a 6 out of 10 unless it was literally made by fucking like infants. That
To me personally, it was 6 out of 10. Just the way it was
that
shot and the story laid out and everything like that, it was a 6 out of 10.
everything they did with that with the Mandalorian episode 1, it was done perfectly. Even though the CGI, I know that that bothers you, that was done on purpose. It was done to give it an older film feel, and it was done intentionally. I know that a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with that, but you should look into John Favreau. I can't remember the other fucking guy's name, but John Favreau, they and the other guy, they did their research, and you can tell with all the stuff they did that that was intentional. And it's a good way for them to finally get into the swing of things, getting it back to what the fans really want. Because, and I'm not going to name the person, but someone I had a conversation with had said like, the fans don't know what they want, but a good director, a good producer, they're going to find what the fans want without them saying it. And I feel like with this, they did that perfectly.
I mean, yeah, I think
This
the
show,
Mandalorian can give that, but
well, the thing
I'm
it is giving that to
I
start.
don't think it is right now, and I don't think bad CGI is to say it was done intentional because it's made to look older. There's
Yeah.
different ways to make it look older than just bad outright CGI.
But it
That
wasn't
was
just
bad.
bad
It
CGI.
was
That was
bad.
made to look the way that they had it in
I
the
mean, they
first
made
like
it and
sets
it
of
looks
films.
that way, but it could have been better. This is Disney we're talking about. This is
But
Star
it
Wars.
wasn't meant to be better, is the point.
I mean, that's what you can think, man, but like it should have been better.
No,
I
it
like
really
the way
should
the
not have.
binoculars
They did
look.
it the way
The
they
way
should
they
too.
they made it look older with when he looks through his rifle scope and when he pulls out the lens to look at the camp that he's infiltrating and how that looks retro and stuff like that. That's fine by me. But we are talking about the CGI that is comparable to the prequels.
That's the point.
I don't want it to be compared to the prequels. This is coming out in 2019.
And that right there is that's where the difference is between you and I. That is somebody, you are somebody who's like, I want it to be the best it can look, but someone who's not, I don't want to say a true fan, but someone who's a little bit more invested into the actual Star Wars lore and Star Wars and as a whole would see that they're trying to bring us back to the good old time, like the good old days of Star Wars, and making it look a little, I hate to say worse, but making it look a little worse like it used to be, so it feels like Star Wars, and they're not overdoing it like they did with the fucking Last Jedi, where it was a bunch of, oh, look at this such good movie with such bad physics. Like they're doing what they're trying to do is make it look better for us as an audience, not in terms of how crystal clear it looks, but how nostalgic it looks.
What I'm saying is just making a TV show wise, the CGI was pretty bad. And as of right now, The Force Awakens feels more like Star Wars than The Mandalorian does, if we're talking like that.
Absolutely not.
So, anyways, I want to talk about this real quick because I'm seeing this shift in perspective of the MCU. Jared, I don't know if you've seen it, but when I go on Twitter, I do follow a lot of people who discuss the MCU, whether it's podcasts or YouTube channels and stuff. I think the Joker's changed a lot. I'm seeing a lot of MCU hatred, fair hatred, and then some unfair hatred. So I just kind of wanted to talk about how, one, I think the MCU's doomed in a lot of ways right now because the MCU has become so popular, it is now cool to hate on it, right? Like Fortnite or Minecraft at the time, it was, oh, kids play that, right? Or kids watch that and stuff. And obviously, you have the whole Martin Scorsese thing, him saying it's not films. But I'm seeing this very big shift of people comparing the Joker to the MCU. And they're saying this is a better film than anything the MCU has made. I would contest that in some ways. I think there are certain films in the MCU that are better than the Joker. Um, but I am happy the MCU is finally getting some hatred because not hatred, but finally getting some. There's finally discussion around the flaws of the MCU. Before, I think around Black Panther era, I don't know if you remember, the MCU was praised all the time. Captain Marvel was getting praised, Black Panther was getting praised, and those are good movies, but they're not great movies.
Mhm.
Like Black Panther like I'll give Mandalorian shit about the CGI, but Black Panther has terrible CGI. Like
Yeah.
they no excuse. And Captain Marvel had a okay story, and Brie Larson's unlikable. So, but they were getting all this praise, and now after Endgame, it's kind of shift. Now people are like the Joker, which is an actual good movie that has story and depth and character, is being compared to now a lot of the samey type movies with shallow character building. Um, and obviously we won't get into Spider-Man talks because uh, um, but I recently just watched Far From Home again. That movie's so much worse. That movie is in contention for my least favorite Spider-Man movie. And I could make an argument it's probably the worst MCU movie. I think I can make
No, God,
I
no.
I think I can make a strong argument. Besides Thor: The Dark World and Incredible Hulk, I think I could compare it to those. I can make a strong argument. Whether it's the fact that Spider-Man literally calls a drone strike onto his bus, whether it's the fact that when you look at it how it's shot, there's the scene where he jumps out of the bus and shoots at the drone. Well, when you jump straight out of a moving vehicle, you don't go straight back in. The vehicle continues moving while you're going up. So he should have not landed back in the bus, but he did. And there's just other flaws with that movie. Besides Jake Gyllenhaal, Jake Gyllenhaal will get all the praise in the world. He's my ride or die. But yeah, so just wanted to point that out. MCU is it's getting Fortnite right now. Like it's just hated upon by a lot of people, whether it's fair or not. So to go into one of the final topics, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order comes out tomorrow night, Thursday, at 10, or Friday if you're working or something like that. So Jared, my question is to you: how do you think the game will turn out?
Um, uh, I don't
So,
think it's gonna be the best, but I also don't think it'll do that terribly.
so
I
what
think
I'm
people are.
hearing is people are saying it's very much like Dark Souls because there are boss encounters and you have to
Yeah,
dodge and block correctly, and there is an emphasis on lightsaber skill. And it's kind of like Borderlands, where you go to a planet and there's that huge area, and you go to a
yeah,
different planet and there's that huge area, but you can explore and find all these things.
yeah.
So go ahead, continue. Sorry.
No, it's just it. I feel like it has potential. Like it looks like it's gonna be good, but I feel like people are gonna hate on it really early on.
Yeah, I hope it's really good. I'm playing it tomorrow night, and I'll be recording it for my YouTube channel. So please subscribe, hit the little
I will not be
notification bell.
purchasing it.
Well, I'm on the Origin Premiere thing for $15, so I'm gonna play the game
Hmm.
for $15. So I'll have a full playthrough of that. I hope it's good, because I want to see Star Wars swing and hit it out of the park. I kind of want Star Wars to be back on top when it comes to just uh, movie franchises. Um, but this game can be garbage. It definitely has the potential to be that. I think the gameplay at E3 that was shown was it was really meh and lukewarm, and I think people didn't care for it. But what I'm hearing now
Yeah,
from like places like Game Informer and IGN stuff like that, they say the combat's really good and that the level design is somewhat interesting. So I will be interested to play it. And if I had to take a guess, I think it's going to be somewhere around a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. Just from
yeah,
what I'm seeing, I don't think it's going to be great. I don't think it'll make Game of the Year list, but I think it'll be a decent game. Because Respawn, these are the people that made Titanfall and Titanfall 2. And these are also the people that worked on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, a lot of them. So I do have faith story-wise for them. So the final question to you, Jared, for this episode, it is Star Wars themed again. If
hmm.
you could remaster any Star Wars game fully, what would it be?
Um, any Star Wars game fully.
Any Star Wars game. It would. So if you say
So
like,
it'd be the exact same as the original, but like better looking.
so it's literally gonna play the exact same. It's just gonna look like, okay. Let's say for instance you said Battlefront. It'll
Mm.
look like EA's Battlefront, but play exactly like the old Battlefront.
Ooh, that's a deal breaker then for me. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want it to look like EA's Battlefront.
Okay, like you know what I mean though. It's gonna look as good as
It's
that.
yeah. Um, I would say I would want Force Awakens remastered.
Okay.
Not the Force. Oh my God, the Force Unleashed. There it is.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
First or second one?
I I want to say first. I never played the second one all the way through,
Okay.
but the first one was good enough. I mean, if it's like if they could remaster them both and put it into one game, like the Force Unleashed, duo or something
Yeah.
stupid like that, I think that'd be pretty cool. The reason I say that is because I could see the Force Unleashed being better than whatever. What's this one coming out? The
Jedi
Jedi.
Fallen Order.
Yeah, Jedi Fallen Order. I could see this Jedi Fallen Order being garbage compared to the Force Unleashed if the Force Unleashed was released this year as well and looked as good as like this upcoming game is going to look.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Force Unleashed had a decent story and it was fun to play. If it looked better, oh my god, it would destroy, I feel like.
Yep.
The only reason I don't say start like the original Star Wars Battlefront games or like even the Star Wars
Knights of the Old
Renegade
Republic.
Squadron, like any of those things, is because that's not like I've played those a lot, and like yeah, it'd be cool to see them new, but I feel like when you when you said it looked like EA's Battlefront, I don't
Well,
want that.
not like that.
If
I
they're
mean,
gonna
they're
make
just
it,
gonna look really good. Like it's gonna
it
look great,
it would have to be like exactly what it is now, exactly what it is now,
but better
but
textures and everything.
everything's polished. Like not, I don't want it to be different skins. Like it just needs to look exactly how it does, but polished. Like
Okay.
basically if they took like the Arma 3 mod that makes the Star Wars characters, if they did that but on Battlefront, I think that would be a good way to do
Well,
that.
like okay, so Resident Evil 2's remake, it's
Mm-hmm.
basically the same thing, just looks a lot better. Like, what if it was something like
Yeah.
that?
I
Like,
mean, I don't know. I didn't play Resident Evil 2.
oh, you fucking disgust me.
Well, I mean, it wasn't good, so why would I?
What the fuck? All right, okay. God, you just made me puke my mouth a little bit. But yeah, I think for me, it comes down to two games. One, Force Unleashed is a great game. Uh,
So fucking good.
so fucking good. The story's really cool. It's sad that that's not canon anymore. But
I loved the Force Unleashed story.
oh yeah.
So fucking good.
For me, it would definitely be Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Never played those either.
I think it has such a cool concept of you choosing what side of the Force you want to be on, and your actions taking, or the actions that you are doing are giving you consequences. I think Shadow of the Empire for N64 is one I would remaster. One, it's a
Mm.
fan favorite. I think everyone, if you haven't played that game, I think you should, even though it's on an N64. It's just, it's a game not a lot of people have played, but it's a game everyone should play if you're a Star Wars fan. It's really
Yeah.
interesting. Pod Racer, why not? And as I'm thinking about it, there's been a lot of good fucking Star Wars games. Like Rogue Squadron, that's fucking
Oh,
great.
that was a good one. Yeah.
Like, you had fuck, was it Star Wars Bounty Hunter? It had Jango Fett on the cover.
No idea.
GameCube era, that was a good one too. But oh, and the Obi-Wan game, forgot about that. And then
Yep.
even the movie-based games, like Episode 3, and then you had the Lego games. Those are great. Even though the Lego games are getting a remaster next year, so
The
you're gonna,
Lego games were so
they're so good.
fucking good.
All 9 movies are coming out as one package next year, so that'll be nice. Fully remastered. So, well, guys, that's gonna end it. Make sure to stay tuned to my channel. The Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gameplay series will start, I think, Friday evening or Saturday morning, and then I'll upload every single day till I complete it. Jared's doing his thing. Star Wars next month. There's really nothing happening after this game for a while. In December, we'll have our game awards. before the Game Awards, so that's in a few weeks. We'll have Star Wars Episode 9 reviews. Every single week I'll have a Mandalorian review up, and then we'll kind of talk about it on the podcast a little bit. But yeah, this has been the Conversation Cole Wants podcast, and thank you for listening.
Bye.
And that's another episode for us, guys. Thank you for listening. Please make sure to comment, subscribe, follow, like, whatever. If you're on SoundCloud, it's follow, like. If you're on Spotify, you just add to your playlist, like, follow, whatever. iTunes, please leave us a review. And on YouTube, please like, comment, and share, and then subscribe to my channel, eventually Jared's channel when that comes out.
And if you guys want to follow us on social media, our Twitter handles will be linked in the description.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening.